Hi, thanks so much for joining me today. So this video is going to be a little different than what I had originally intended. I was originally going to be going through this eye look that I created, and this was using the Natasha Denona Mini Gold palette, and it was my first time using it. So during the Sephora sale, I purchased one of her 28 pan palettes, the blue purple palette. I was really hoping to get the green brown or whatever, brown green, whatever it's called. But unfortunately it was out of stock the entire time, or at least every time I checked. So, I purchased the blue purple, but I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to like it. And I really don't like purchasing cosmetics and then returning them after trying them out if I have another option to try it in advance. And since my store did not carry any of the palettes, in stock, I decided to purchase the mini gold palette, test out the formula, and see how I like that before actually using the blue purple. So I was able to get my swatches recorded on video, and then unfortunately, as soon as I started the eye look, my 3-year-old came in and basically interrupted, and every time I tried again, it just didn't work. So I had to wait until later to finish up. So unfortunately, I didn't get to record this eye look. If you are interested in it though, I'd be happy to do it again. So please just let me know if you would like to see that. And I will include the swatches portion that I did record so that you can see these swatches. And I have to say, so far I've had this on for a few hours and I don't see any noticeable creasing or color transfer or anything. So, so far I'm liking the shadows a lot, and I have to say they are super, super buttery. So I actually found the softest one to be this gold color, and you can see that, I kind of touched all of these with the same pressure, but this one you can see that I kind of gouged in that palette a bit, and it was just so incredibly soft. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. You can see I put it in the inner corner of the eyes and kind of blended that up a little bit. My favorite color, however, is this one, which is, kind of like a green and brown mixed together with some shimmer. I really like that one. And I found the mattes were very creamy as well, but not quite as soft and creamy as the two shimmers, and definitely not as soft as the gold. So we'll have to see. I did find that when I was applying the mattes, they were nice, creamy, buttery feeling, but I had to work with the olive green a little bit because it was a little patchy when I first applied. So I just wanted to, make a note of that. And I don't know, maybe it was a particular brush I was using or whatever. So we'll see when I put that on again. So this comes in a little palette. It's got a piece of clear plastic on the top. And this is just like a little metal tin. And looks like we've got 5 kind of nude gold colors. So we have, I'll swatch these on my hand. I'm going to go from left to right. So the first one, these feel really buttery. This is the taupe. Okay, and then the next one looks more like an espresso with shimmer. I really like the texture so far. They feel really nice. Ooh, the one in the middle is super soft. This is a gold, and you can see how much just came up on my finger based on how much is here. That was really soft. I kind of gouged that one a bit. That's definitely a beautiful foil. And the fourth color is a matte khaki. Well, it's not really khaki, it's more olive. And then the last one is soft again, but not as soft as the gold. This is a shimmer. And this is beautiful. Wow, that's my favorite color in there. That is going to be, it's more of an olive green shimmer with a little bit of brown in there. So you can definitely see some other colors in there. And you can see where this is sheared out. It actually gets, let's see if I can shear it out even more, actually gets a little bit more bronzy down there. So that's really pretty. So anyway, I decided to turn this into a little bit of a haul video so you can see what I purchased during the Sephora sale. So one of the things that I got, and I actually don't have the box for this anymore, but is an Yves Saint Laurent set, and it came with, let's see here, this little mascara sample, which I've been using. This is Mascara Volume Faux. No, I didn't say that correctly. Okay, so we got that, and then it comes with a sample size of the Rose Stiletto lipstick, which is beautiful. So I really like this color. I've actually been wanting a full size of it, but I hadn't gotten around to purchasing it. And this set was a good deal. It also comes with a full size primer, and it's there, like, hang on one second, I'll go grab that. Okay, so this is the, I think it's a primer, at least. It's, I don't know if primer is the, oh it is. Okay, Touche Eclat Blur Primer. So, sorry, that's written in gold, so it's a little hard to see with the gold sparkles in there. So I put that on underneath my foundation today, and I do think it gives me a bit more of a airbrushed finish. So I didn't do anything different than usual. All right, so another item that I purchased was the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in Noah, N-O-A, which is what I'm wearing right now. Okay, so it was a little bit more brown on me than I expected it to be. Put that on the side. But I do like it. It's a nice brown nude, and I've been wearing it for a couple hours already too, and you know, I've had some water and so forth, but I haven't had anything to eat, but you can see that it's stayed on really well so far. So I did find, however, because I outlined my lips with the lip liner from the Christian Audette and Mel Thompson collection in Smooches. So if you have either one of those products, the Natasha Denona Noah or the Smooches lip liner, you can see that they are fairly similar. So Smooches might be a little bit more brown, but they go fairly well together. So, you know, if you're interested in either of the products and you have one, you kind of have a general idea of what that's going to look like on you. Now, some other things that I purchased would be this Givenchy Holiday Collection Powder. It comes in this box, so it's limited edition. It's the Prisme Libre powder, okay? And this is a matte finish and enhanced radiance loose powder 4-in-1 harmony. So I wanted to try this. It says it's got a natural radiant finish and a pearlescent transparent result with velvety softness. So I was interested in that. I haven't tried it yet. It comes with this gorgeous top, this nice, you know, red glittery top, and it goes very well with actually the, these were the Night Noir lipsticks I purchased. So you can see that this case has black sparkle and red. So they go together very nicely. So inside you've got a puff. And then I still have the sticker on, but you've got the 4 colors. And these colors reminded me a lot of the Guerlain Meteorites, the original colors. So I wanted to I got both of those. I actually bought the Meteorites in Light, which I had never tried before. And this, and I was going to kind of compare them and see what the difference was. So I haven't done that yet, but that is something I plan on doing. Other items I purchased were Kosas Cosmetics, if you're familiar with those. They are a more natural beauty line, and I currently use several of their blushes and lipsticks. So I purchased 2 more lipsticks. Purchased Darkroom, and that is going to be kind of like a deep blackberry color. And I also purchased Fringe, which is more of a brick red. Put that below there. So I'm going to do a separate video on the Kosas products and show you what I have. But just so you know, if you're unfamiliar with these are magnetic. So the cases are rectangular. I like to lay them flat in my drawer. But because of the magnets, I can't lay them, you know, both right side up. I have to actually flip them. So I put one right side up and one upside down because otherwise the magnets, they're so strong that they repel each other and I kind of make a mess in my drawer. So another item I purchased was the Kosas lip gloss. So this is a new product. This is their wet lip oil gloss, and I purchased the color Dip, and I have tested this out so far. I'm going to put this in the Kosas video, but spoiler alert, I really like this one. I love lip glosses, and I thought this was a really nice color. It has a very nice texture, so we'll talk about that more later. Other items I purchased would be I purchased some Viseart products that I wanted to try. So I purchased 2 of the Theory palettes, and this is my first introduction to Viseart. So you pull this little tab, there's a ribbon, and then it seems to have, you know, like a nice closure. So this is, I don't know what kind of material this is, kind of like a moleskin material. So then you flip this open, you've got, you know, the plastic guard. I've used this color so far. I really like this. This is the Cashmere, the Theory Cashmere palette, and it's got great nudes. And I haven't tried it, but from what I understand, you can actually take out all of these shadows very easily. Oh yeah, see, that just lifts up very easily. So if you were interested, you can actually create your own palette. And I know Musebeauty.pro, which is, I believe, the parent company for Viseart, they sell the shadows separately now. So you could buy the shadows separately and create your own palettes if you are interested. The only thing I noticed is it is actually cheaper to purchase the palettes already made and from there create your own than it was to actually get the palettes and shadows separately to create my own, because I was looking at that and it could have been the particular combination. I don't remember. It was a couple weeks ago that I was playing around with it, but it ended up being a better deal for me to buy the palettes from Sephora instead. So that is the Cashmere one. I really like that. I also bought another Theory palette from them, and this one is Chroma. And this is just a really nice neutral smoky eye type look. So it's all, you know, you've got a white, which looks matte white. You've got, so you got mattes in this row or column, and then shimmers in this column. So you've got white, gray, black, and here's more of a tannish color, like a really light sandy brown. Then this is more of a gray, and this is a deep gray. So that looks really pretty. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm very interested. Okay, and you can see that these do have a magnetic closure. So purchased those from Viseart. I also purchased the Viseart, this is the Petit Pro. And this is the first one, Petit Pro 1. Okay, so it comes in this box. And I haven't even opened this yet, but again, same type of closure as the others. Oh, and this one actually has a mirror, so you've got a mirror in here. And this has 8 shadows. And these are smaller pan sizes. But you can see this is just a great variety of neutrals and fall colors. So I was interested in testing these out. So I have worn the Viseart shadows from the Cashmere palette once, and I wore them I think about 10 hours that day, and I didn't really experience any creasing throughout the day. You know, it did look a little worn by the end of the 10 hours, you know, like it was starting to kind of crease a bit in my eye crease, but it wasn't anything really noticeable. I had to look for it. So they held up really well. I was very impressed. So I mentioned I also purchased this Natasha Denona Blue Purple 28 palette, which I have not tried yet. So this comes with a big mirror, and then you've got all of these shades here, and they look really pretty. I was really hoping to get the brown green palette because those were the colors I really wanted. Unfortunately, you know, I wasn't able to get it. It seemed to be out of stock the entire time. So I know I had it in my cart prior to the sale, and I'm a Rouge member, so I was able to purchase, you know, starting November 1st. But when I purchased that morning, it was already gone. So I'm not sure exactly if it sold out before or after the sale started, but to my knowledge, it didn't come back. I didn't receive any notification from Sephora that it came back, and every time I checked, it wasn't there. So I also purchased several lip pencils from McGrath. I'll go through these at a later time because I actually purchased these colors specifically to go with the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. So I did order those, and I believe they ship out on Monday. At least I'm hoping. If I remember, that's what the plan was, the 18th maybe. So I purchased those. I'm really eager to see those. I haven't even opened those lip pencils yet, but I picked those colors based off of coordinating with the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. So we'll test those out then. Other things I purchased were some items from Patrick Ta. So I've seen really mixed reviews on these online. A lot of people didn't like how apparently they aren't very pigmented. So, but I've also read that, you know, it's actually really nice. These blushes, you know, are really buildable. So it's really nice to go in, you know, and kind of just play with it and build it up to the level of blush that you want. So this is She's Sincere. And if you aren't familiar with this collection, he basically did a monochromatic collection. So I got the 3 items that he recommended to go together. So I got this is the lip pencil, and She's Proud. And these have a really pretty, you know, rose gold packaging. So does this. It's very, you know, it's like a reflective mirror packaging. And oh, look, so here is the lip pencil, and it looks like you actually click the bottom to move this up. So that's cool. And then, you know, it's got this square tip. Can you see that there? So here, I'll swatch that up here on my hand so you can see that. So that's She's Proud. So I don't think there's any way to get that back down. But that's kind of cool to have a clicking pencil. And then there's a lip cream, a silky lip cream, also in this monochromatic set. And this one's called She's Secure. So I wasn't really sure which colors to get because I only saw these online, and they all looked a bit brown, and I couldn't really tell what was going to work well for me. So I kind of went based off of the blush. And then there's, you know, recommendations of the pairings. So I went and put that into, just got that whole set basically. So again, this is She's Secure, and this is meant to go with this particular lip pencil and the blush. Okay, so we will test those out. Let me swatch the blush there too. Okay, so texture feels nice. It looks, wow, I'm totally getting lipstick all over my shirt sleeve. Okay, so I'll put this right below. And I can see what people are saying. It's definitely very, very light. But, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing because a lot of people go heavy-handed with blush. I actually have more blush on than I intended today. I used one of my Kosas blushes, which I really like, but they are highly pigmented. And I just put out a little bit too much on the one cheek. I had to balance it out. So I buffed it away a little bit, but not completely. So I think we'll have to try this on more. Let me try and swatch a little bit more on here. There, you can see it's like a really like peachy color. So that'll be nice. I think it'll work out. We'll test that out. I'll do a Patrick Ta video and we'll see how that goes. And then other things I got weren't necessarily super interesting. I got the Olaplex Holiday Hair Kit. I love Olaplex, so I use that a lot. And I also purchased this Guerlain set, which I guess is one of the Guerlain holiday sets. At least according to my Nordstrom essay, she said that they were just getting this in, and it comes with a little bottle of the L'Or Radiance and a full-size mascara, which I have used this mascara before, and I like the mascara. This costs the same price as buying just the mascara by itself, so I think I might as well just try this. So I think this little bottle actually looks a lot like this Yves Saint Laurent primer, and I'm not really sure. It says it's a radiance concentrate with pure gold makeup base. So we'll see. Let me open that real quickly. We can take a look at it. All right, so inside here we have the 2 boxes. And we've got this is the makeup base in Velour. Okay, so it's pretty small. And it looks like, okay, twist off, and then there's a little pump here. A little spare space. All right, so spread that out. Oh, I can see, yeah, there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there are little gold flecks that are showing up in there. Let's just kind of spread that out some more. So when you spread it out, it's just going to give you a little bit of a sheen. You don't really see any actual gold pieces. Oh, maybe one, although that could be glitter from something. But I'll have to test that out. So, it just kind of gives you a little bit of a radiance finish. So, I don't know. To me, it seems pretty similar in appearance to the Touche Eclat Blow Primer. However, I have to say that this Guerlain one feels more like a serum, whereas this feels more silicone heavy. So this has that slippery silicone feeling to it. Like if you've ever used Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, it feels a lot like that. Whereas this feels more like a skincare serum. So it's not as slippery. All right, and let's see here. What else did I get? At the end of the Sephora sale, I purchased the Hourglass. This is the Unlocked palette that came out last year, but it's in the new Ghost palette case. And I did see that they are sold out of this on Sephora now, but they still have it on Beautylish. I have not tested it yet. So you got the mirror up here, and then you have these colors. So you've got 1 and 2 here are finishing powders. And this third one's a bronzer. 4 and 5 here are blushes. And this last one is a metallic strobe powder. So I'll have to see how that is. Honestly, I haven't tried any of these Hourglass palettes. I almost bought the Ambient Light Edit collection from this year. And then I decided it just didn't really look like something I was going to use that often. But people have been raving about this palette so much for the last year. I kind of regretted not getting it. So when it came up on Sephora, I decided to purchase it. And eager to see how that goes. And then, let's see here. What else do I have in here? I did purchase the McGrath Mothership Midnight Sun palette, which again was one that I had been wanting. I've used it once so far, so here, let me hold it like this. So I really love these colors a lot. I think it's a gorgeous palette. If anybody's interested and looks for this, I know there are tons of other YouTube videos on this palette so far, but if anybody would like me to put something up about this, just let me know. I really, really like this. And I did purchase the Divine Rose palette that was available for sale this week. So, I will be reviewing that when that comes out. And I do have all of the quads too. So if anybody wants to see any of those, let me know. I can put any of that up. So I think that was it for me for Sephora. And then I did purchase a few other things recently from Costco, those Surat lip duos, and then a bunch of Kevin Aucoin makeup. So I purchased Neo highlighter in Sahara, some blushes, an eyeshadow palette. So, if you guys are interested, I can do a video on those. We can take a look at them. So I think that was everything. But I love shopping, obviously. But, feel free to let me know if there are any particular videos you would like to see or any questions or comments or suggestions you have. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram. My handle's Alexis Jong. and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Again, thanks so much for joining me today. Have a great weekend.